channel once again. My name is Kirstie Roche, for those of you that don't know, and if you already know, then welcome back to my channel once again. Thank you so much for joining me. I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone that supported any of my videos. It honestly means the world to me. I find it so crazy to think that people even watch my videos. In this video, what I'm going to do is check out the Naked Heat palette versus the Chi Chi Spices palette. I believe in my heart, deep down, that the Chi Chi Spices palette is a really good dupe for the Naked Heat palette. So if you guys... this is failing. So if you guys have a look at these colors here, you will see that they are so similar, it's not even funny. So basically, I just wanted to show you guys that you don't have to have all expensive makeup. You can do really pretty eye looks and still be on a budget. Before we get into the video, it'd be cool if you guys could comment down below which eye you think was done with the Chi Chi palette and which eye you think was done with the Naked Heat palette. So for the sake of this video, let's call this eye here my left eye. I don't want to babble on too much, so let's just get right into the video. I'm gonna do a full face, pretty much get ready with me, and then just compare the two different eyeshadow palettes on either eye. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you guys like watching my makeup tutorials, and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's get straight into the video. I just want to quickly point out, you guys might notice that my chest and my arms are a lot darker than my face. That's because I'm wearing the Vita Liberata Body Blur Tan, so I will be making my foundation match my face. But how amazing is this body blur? Like, it's so beautiful, and it makes you look really flawless and just like a bit glowy. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna really quickly do my brows, and I'll do that on camera because I haven't filmed for ages and my brow routine changes like all the time. For my brows now, I've been loving the Anastasia Dip Brow. This one is in chocolate, and I just start carving out underneath the brow. I'm not adding any extra product into my brush just yet. I'm just like brushing through with what I've got left on the brush. And I'll do like little upward strokes at the start of my brow. I'm just gonna conceal under my brows now, and my new favorite product to use for concealer, I still love Tarte Shape Tape, but this is like the dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. So this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I did pick this up when I was in America. I'm pretty sure it was like $6. They only had 3 shades left, and this was the lightest one. So it's not really normally my shade. It's a little bit pinky. I still wear it anyway because it's got the best coverage and it's really good, and it was super cheap. So this one's in the shade C9. Now that I've concealed my brows, I'm just gonna place a little bit more of the same concealer on my eyelids just to conceal it for my eyeshadow. And then I'll blend that out using my damp beauty blender. I'm just using a Real Techniques one. I'm just gonna set that with my Australis Fresh and Flawless Press Powder, and this one's in the shade Nude. The shadow that I'm gonna be using first is the shade called He Devil. So this one is in the Naked Heat palette. And the brush that I'm gonna be using is just the Morphe M433 brush. I'm just gonna kind of pack it on the outer edge of my eye and just really start building that up in my crease area. And I kind of just do like little circular motions to start blending the color out as well, so it's not so intense. All I'm doing is packing on color, blending it out, and then I just keep slowly adding more color and blending it out through my crease. Now I'm going to move on to the other eye. So on the Chi Chi Spices palette side, I'm going to be using this shade here. It doesn't have a name. With this, you do need to dip a little bit heavier into the color. So it does feel like I'm applying a little bit more product to get the pigment that I did on the other eye, but the colors are so similar. Back to the high-end makeup side, I'm going to use the Naked Heat palette once again, and I'm using this shade here, which is called Sourced. So I'm going to take this on my Morphe M441 brush and just use that to blend out the edges of that shadow. So just small circular motions and blending that together. And now on the Chi Chi Spices palette side, I'm just going to go on with the second shade here and do exactly the same thing. So just use that shade to blend out the edges. Now I just want to deepen up the outer edge ever so slightly. So with the Naked Heat palette, I'm going to be going in with this shade here. I don't even know how to pronounce that. En Fuego, in something. And I'm going to be taking that on my Morphe M433 brush. So I'm just going to lightly dip into that and then just put it only on the outer edge of my eye there. All I'm going to do is kind of pat the colour there and then do like little motions sideways to blend it across. The colour that I'm going to take from the Chi Chi Spices palette is just this shade here. They are slightly different to look at, but I feel like when they're put on the eye, they're going to look really, really similar. Now I just want to do a little bit of a cut crease on both eyes just for this soft glam look. So I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Concealer once again. Now I've just sprayed my brush with MAC Fix Plus. So this is just the same brush I've been using. I just keep on wiping off the excess color. Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going back into that light shimmer shade. Just patting that on my lid, just over exactly the spot where I put the concealer. I'm gonna take the lightest shade in the palette here. Once again, taking that on my finger, and then I'll just pat that over where I put the concealer. I just wanna work on blending out the edge now. I think I'm just gonna go back into the first color that we used, which is He Devil in the Naked Heat palette. So taking that on the same Morphe M433 brush, I'm just gonna pat that over the edge of that color just to blend it in just a little bit so that it's not so harsh. And then I'll go back in with that darker color, one that I can't pronounce, this one here. I'm gonna go back in with that shade and place that on the outer edge. And then just doing the same again on the Chi Chi Spices side. So I'm gonna go back in with this shade here. So just blending that really gently across, and then going back in with that darker shade and putting that on the outer corner. Now I'm just going to go on and highlight under my brow bone before I tidy up under my eyes, and I'm going to take the same shimmer colors I took from each palette to do that. So the first one I'm going to use is Ounce from the Naked Heat palette, and just put that under my brow bone. And then the lightest shade from the Chi Chi Spices palette. Now I'm just going to do a really quick little winged liner using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. I'm just going to apply some mascara using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and then I'm going to apply my new favorite lashes, and I'll show you guys what they are. They're so pretty. These lashes are my new current favorites, and they're just from Glam by Manicare. They're called Intense 35 Sienna. Normally when I buy lashes in a packet like this, I don't use the glue that comes with them, but I actually really do like the glue that comes with these ones. So what I do to put my lashes on is I just kind of sit it in the middle just on top of my lashes, and then I grab tweezers and I just kind of grab it and push that right onto my lash line on the edge. Then what I do is I sort of just close my eyes and just check that they're sitting as close to the lash line as I can get them to. Once I've applied my lashes, I like to just go back in with my liner and just go back over the top just to make sure everything is covered up. And lately I've been mixing 3 foundations together, which are these ones here. So these obviously are just the same brand, but I do it because one's really dark, one's really, really light. So with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, this one's in a shade NC42. I've also been using this one a lot on clients because MAC is really, really good for dry skin, and it's also good for oily skin. These ones here are the best drugstore foundation I've ever tried in my life. So much coverage, super matte, they last all day, and they're just really beautiful. The darkest one is the shade 58 True Caramel, and the lightest one that I've got is shade 130 Buff Beige. So all I've done is mixed 3 of those foundations into this little tub here. I always do kind of like the bottom area of my face, and then I'm gonna start blending that out with my beauty blender. I might just add one more pump of the darker one. I feel like people are gonna attack me for the color of my face right now. Oh gosh. And then just work on blending that down my neck a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of push that into my hairline just a little bit. So I'm just gonna add one more really thin little layer to just the places where my freckles are the most like hectic. Lately I've been using my beauty blender to do my foundation. Normally I'd use my brush for anyone that's watched my videos like in the past, but I just find that I get like a way more flawless, like pretty finish if I just use my beauty blender. Now I'm just gonna conceal under my eyes using the Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm gonna kind of like lighten up the center of my face. With how my filming setup is at the moment, I'm obviously just sitting on the edge of my bed. I can't see what I'm doing. Like, I'm not used to doing my foundation just holding a mirror in my hand, so I've just put like a really big mirror here. So I'm gonna look like a weirdo looking over that way for a little bit. It's like my only option because I hate in this house like all of the walls aren't white. I want like a really nice white clean backdrop, and it just doesn't happen here. I guess filming with like this backdrop is better than just not filming at all. So I'm just blending that in with my beauty blender. Now another product that I picked up in America is a really affordable translucent powder, and I find that this is really good. So this one is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. It smells like old ladies, but it does the job. Add a little bit of that on the other spots where I put the concealer as well. And now I'm just gonna grab a big brush and just kind of dust off any excess product that I can. Now I'm just gonna apply some black liner into my waterline, so using the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. Now I'm just gonna smoke out underneath my eye just a little bit on each side. So I'll still continue to use the Naked Heat palette on this side and the Chi Chi one on this eye. The first shade that I'm going to take in is the shade Sourced and just really blend that out underneath my eye. I'm going to bring that colour down quite far, sort of just below the creases in my under eye. And then back to the Chi Chi palette, so I'm going to be taking the second shade in here. The next shade that I'm going to go in with in the Naked Heat palette is that one that I can't pronounce, this one here. I'm going to take this on a different brush this time. It's the Morphe M508 brush, and I'm going to put this really close to my lash line. And then on the Chi Chi Spices palette, I'm going to be taking this shade here and just doing the same on the other eye. Alright, I'm going to add one more colour underneath my eye, so I'm going to go in with the first shade that we used, which is He Devil. So this is on the Naked Heat palette side. And then I'm just going to blend that sort of in the middle of those two colors. And then once again on the Chi Chi side, I'm going to be going in with this shade here and just blending that underneath my eye. Now I'm just going to quickly apply some Better Than Sex mascara on my lower lashes, and then we can finish doing the rest of my face. On my inner corner, I really like that area to pop on my face. I just find that it makes my eyes look so much more intense and so much bigger. So my favourite product to use is still the Vani-t Mineral Colour Crystals. This is the one in the shade White Satin. I like how this is meant to be like a soft glam makeup look and it's kind of turning too intense. But that's just me. Once I start, I kind of can't stop myself. Before I start contouring, I like to apply a little bit of a shimmer to my face, and this is my favourite one at the moment. The Hourglass Luminous Light Ambient. I find that it looks like the glow comes from more within if I apply it before I do my contour. See how it just gives like a really soft, pretty, subtle glow? So first, what I like to do is go in with Hoola by Benefit. This one's a really pretty like natural one, and then when I add the Matte Give Me Sun, it kind of makes that contour so much more intense, but that's kind of what I like. And I like to apply it down the sides of my nose as well. So I always bring my contour up beside my eye to like up onto my forehead. And then to deepen it up just a little bit, I'm going to go in with the Matte Give Me Sun and just kind of apply it pretty much over the spots that I already went over with the Hoola by Benefit. I want to make that contour line look really, really sharp, so I'm going to grab my Airspun powder and I'm just going to put it onto like the flat side of my Real Technique sponge, just to make that contour line look really sharp and make myself look like I have a beard. Now, one of my new favourite makeup tips is putting eye cream on my lips. So you know when you wear like a liquid matte lipstick and it starts to go really dry and crumbly? Well, if you apply an eye cream first and let that soak into your lips, it honestly makes such a big difference. Obviously do like your exfoliating, or you can use a toothbrush to kind of get rid of the dead skin, but using an eye cream honestly has made such a big difference. And I'm very sure that it was Makeup by Mario that taught me this, who is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. So lately I've been using this Dermalogica $100 eye cream on my lips. I haven't been using it even on my eyes for like months, so I may as well be putting it somewhere else. So while I let the eye cream soak into my lips, I'm going to highlight my face using Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the Sundipped Glow Palette. I literally would bath and highlight if it was an acceptable thing to do. That's intense, that's pretty, I love it. Now I'm just onto the final part of my makeup, which is my lips. So I'm going to use this Vani-t Mineral Lip Definer, and this one's in the shade Nude. So the lip colour that I really wanted to wear today is from Kat Von D. It's like a really warm, pretty orange colour, and it would have complemented this eye makeup so well. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I knew that Beck always wears it, so I gave her a call and she's taken it to work with her. Instead, I'm going to apply this one from the Body Shop. I think this one is in the shade Crepe Carnation. This like smells like banana lollies. I'm just going to spray my face with a bit of MAC Fix Plus now. This side was the Chi Chi and this side was the Too Faced. And honestly, I think they look so crazy similar. So this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I think that the two palettes are so crazy similar considering they have such different price points. Both eyes look pretty much exactly the same. If you guys are on a budget, I highly recommend getting this palette. Like, it's so affordable. I literally used it every day while I was in America and it was like the perfect travel palette. If you guys do enjoy watching my videos, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video.